Senators Bennett and Hickenlooper voted to pass the Inflation Reduction Act, which puts our communities first, bringing down energy costs, creating clean energy jobs, and funding agriculture and conservation efforts. Thank them for supporting strong climate action.
Patrick & Dare Designs exists because melt jewelry is boring. People are tired of seeing the exact same.
Why did my wife send me this video is the question. Okay, straw in the hot dog. Oh, it's a straw now. It's a hot dog. What are you doing? The caption is life sentence, no parole. Exactly. But is it just ridiculous and disgusting, or is this man a secret genius? There's only one way to find out. This is not how I expected my morning to go. Yeah, you blur that can. No one's getting free promo. This is a mistake. Yeah, apparently this is the only straw that I have in my household. Even making the hole feels wrong. Ah! Did I make the hole properly? Jesus Christ. I've been doing news 15 years on YouTube, but the moment I do this, I'm the hot dog straw guy. Wait, no, I hate everything. You know what? This guy made it seem way too easy. I hate this so much. I can't get it. Can't get it. Everything's so greasy. How the fuck did this man's a G? How? I think I need a bigger straw. I wasn't expecting to do fucking hot dog surgery this morning. Like, I'm too far fucking invested to not finish this bit. I swear to God, if this doesn't fucking work now, I'm fucking pissed. This feels wrong. Feels like it's a crime. I'll be back!
A few moments later.
I got it to work, but how does this look worse censored than not censored? Oh my God, no! 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 That man is not onto something. That man is a psychopath. I was like, maybe the meatiness that he'll have like a michelada type flavor. No. And I'm scared to even ask what this man went through in his life where he was like, I'm gonna use a hot dog as a straw just to feel something. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I want to throw the whole day away now. Anyway, welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show. Buckle up. Make sure you're subscribed because I'm splitting $10,000 across 10 lucky subscribed beautiful bastards this month. And let's just jump into it and forget what just happened, please.
This is a news show.
And then, do y'all remember when Kim Kardashian got robbed at gunpoint in Paris? Where she's in her hotel room when a bunch of masked men break in, they duct tape her eyes and mouth shut, they steal $10 million worth of jewelry, Kim saying she was pleading for her life, that she's still traumatized to this day. And the big news today is that one of the men that was a part of this robbery was caught, served time, is now out. He was interviewed and he apologized to Kim Kardashian. I'm lying. Not only did he not do that, he came at this interview with the energy of, and I do it again, saying not only did he not feel guilty, but he actually blamed her, saying he had no doubt that Kardashian would be traumatized by this, but, quote, they should be a little less showy toward people who can't afford it. For some people, it's provocative, saying I saw one of her shows where she threw her diamond in the pool.
My diamond earring came off in the ocean and it's gone. Kim, there's people that are dying.
She's got a lot of money. This lady doesn't care at all. And adding, since she was throwing money away, I was there to collect it, and that was that. Guilty? No, I don't care. I don't care. But honestly, one of the most interesting things about this story has been the public reaction to it. You have some saying, no, fuck this guy and the 11 other guys. They're trying to blame the victim here for their actions. Meanwhile, you got a bunch of people from the Eat the Rich crowd that are loving it. And then you got all these other people that are kind of like conflicted and torn. I saw someone leave the comment, we say eat the rich, then people get sad when she was robbed, laughing my ass off. But now, with all of that said, I do want to pass a question off to you. Where do you land on this? Like, for me personally, especially growing up without money like I did, like, I understand the anger at the uber wealthy, especially those who flaunt it, but like cheering on someone being tied up and held at gunpoint and not knowing, you know, what's gonna happen to me, am I gonna live or die or something worse? That's a bridge too far. Also, how is this dude already out of jail and doing interviews? From that, I want to thank the fantastic sponsor of today's show, Bloodline Heroes of Lithis. This visually stunning hero collector fantasy RPG is all about merging bloodlines, uniting generations, and building your legacy. As the High Guardian, take control of the City of Light and journey through the world of Lithis to restore peace and order. The world lawsuit seeking to block the FBI from further reviewing the documents that it seized during the Mar-a-Lago raid, and saying that he wants us until a so-called special master is appointed to oversee the process. Right, that being someone that's appointed to criminal criminal cases where there's a concern that materials taken by the authorities shouldn't be seen by investigators because they contain privileged information. Now, notably here, Trump's own attorneys even said themselves that a prosecutor informed them that the DOJ has a special filter team that is reviewing the documents seized to pull out any privileged materials, but they're still arguing that that safeguard isn't enough, pushing the same narrative that they have this entire time, that this whole raid was politically motivated, with the lawyers writing in the suit. This matter has captured the attention of the American public. Merely adequate safeguards are not acceptable when the matter at hand involves not only the constitutional rights of President Trump, but also the preservation of executive privilege. And notably, in addition to asking for the special master, Trump's suit also requests that a judge order the DOJ to give him a more detailed report of the inventory they seized at Mar-a-Lago, as well as asking the department to return any items they took that weren't in the scope of the search warrant. And going on to claim that there was no reason for the FBI to do all of this because he was cooperating with the federal authorities who were trying to retrieve the documents that he was keeping at his home. An argument that Trump himself echoed in a statement yesterday where he also claimed that the search and seizure was illegal and unconstitutional. And adding, "We are taking all actions necessary to get the documents back, which we would have given to them without the necessity of the despicable raid on my home, so that I can give them to the National Archives until they are required for the future Donald J. Trump Presidential Library and Museum." Now, with all that, there appear to be several major flaws with this claim. First of all, the "we would have given it to you if you just said please" argument doesn't really have legs, because we know for a fact, unless you're closing your eyes and your ears because you don't want to know the truth, the materials he took stayed at Mar-a-Lago for months even though investigators were seeking their full return. And secondly, we're talking about materials that he kept that were highly classified and seized as part of an investigation into potential violations of the Espionage Act. So you're not talking about the kind of documents that you'd put in your presidential library. Also, if he was intending to give the documents to the National Archives until they could be put into his presidential library, library, it makes literally no sense why you would take them in the first place. Federal law literally mandates once a president's term ends, all official material remains under government jurisdiction and has to be provided to the archives. So they were literally supposed to have those materials anyway before he took them. And in fact, the archives spent a good chunk of 2021 trying to get those documents back, with the agency even confirming that it had retrieved 15 boxes of White House records at Mar-a-Lago in January. And very significantly here, just yesterday, multiple people briefed on the matter told the New York Times that those initial 15 boxes contained more than 150 documents marked as classified. And it was this sheer number of classified documents they recovered that prompted concern from the DOJ and ultimately helped launch the criminal investigation and raid to collect the remaining boxes. While currently the nature of those classified materials is unclear, one source told the New York Times that they included documents from the CIA, NSA, and FBI, with multiple people saying that Trump himself went through the boxes in late 2021 before turning them over. And 3 advisors familiar with Trump's comments said that when the archives requested he return the documents, he refused and referred to the boxes as mine. But even with all of that, this isn't where it ends. Sources also said that the DOJ issued a subpoena for Trump to return any remaining classified material. When they went to Mar-a-Lago to retrieve those materials in June, Trump's lawyers gave them some more classified documents and signed a statement asserting that, to the best of their knowledge, that was the last of it. But of course, we now know that other classified materials were discovered when the FBI executed a search warrant on his estate earlier this month, with the Times noting that the investigation is still ongoing, suggesting that officials are not certain whether they have recovered all the presidential records that Mr. Trump took. Right? And this is still a developing situation. I mean, just as I was recording today, the National Archives released a letter written in May by the acting archivist that seemingly confirms at least part of the Times' reporting. Specifically, that the 15 boxes taken in January contained over 100 documents with classified markings comprising more than 700 pages. So this including documents related to special access programs, which are some of the most closely held government secrets. And notably, the letter also underscored the archives' efforts to get these documents, with the archivist writing that the agency had ongoing communications with Trump's representatives throughout 2021 about what appeared to be missing presidential records. And what's more, it also showed that once the archives finally got the 15 boxes, Trump and his team still tried to block the FBI from reviewing them, though that request was ultimately shot down. So seemingly there are tons of lies, tons of sketchiness, and what's fucking wild is that this seems to be working in Trump's favor, with recent polling showing that the FBI raid has spiked Trump's favorability among Republicans, and even increasing the number of downloads at Trump's Truth Social. So, you know, everything's fucking stupid, as per usual. And then let's talk about the crazy Elon Musk Twitter saga.
I wish I knew how to quit you. Why don't you?
Now having a whistleblower element. So the man at the center of this story is Peter Zatko, better known in hacking and cybersecurity circles by his nickname Mudge. Growing up in the Northeast almost 5 decades ago, he dove into the world of computers at an early age, eventually spending his days at a computer lab with MIT hackers in college, then moving on to work for a firm helping to build the early internet, but his career really began in 1996, because that is when he joined an underground hacker collective known as Loft. It's often called the first of its kind in the US. But also, when I say hackers, it's not like bad. They actually got a lot of praise for providing early warnings about security flaws in programs. So by making flaws public, they left companies vulnerable to attack. So Microsoft's like, hey, why don't you actually just give us advance notice so we can patch issues before you publish them? Which is actually how they originally developed the model for coordinated disclosure used by most researchers today. Right, but all of that is to say that's why people say Mudge is credible. He testified to Congress in 1988, he's advised big banks and software companies, he's even worked for DARPA, then going on to join another group that coined the term hacktivism, using hacking to promote human rights by increasing transparency and fighting surveillance. Right, so we have all of that background, and then we jump to the summer of 2020. Twitter gets humiliated by a 17-year-old American kid who hacks the accounts of numerous celebrities including Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and Barack Obama. So the company's CEO at the time, Jack Dorsey, understandably wants to tighten up security, with him eventually finding Mudge, with a source telling the Washington Post, Jack loves hackers and Mudge is a hacker legend. And so Mudge comes on board as the new head of security and, according to him, conducts a thorough review of Twitter, hiring top engineers and pushing for more transparency and accountability, with him remaining in that role until January of this year when he was fired. But then last month he filed a complaint with the SEC and multiple law enforcement agencies alleging wrongdoing at Twitter. And now that filing has been published, with it accusing the company of having extreme, egregious deficiencies in its spam and hacking defenses dating all the way back to 2011. So let's go through what's been alleged and how explosive all of this actually is. First up, Mudge says that Twitter had extremely lax security practices, giving thousands of employees amounting to roughly half the company's workforce access to some of its critical controls.
There's an analogy of an airplane. So you get on an airplane and every passenger and the attendant crew all have access to the cockpit, to the controls. You know, that's entirely unnecessary. It might be easy, but it's too easy to accidentally or intentionally turn an engine off.
And one of the reasons this worried him so much was that after January 6th, as Twitter executives were debating whether to censor Donald Trump, he feared that employees who sympathize with the insurrectionists might try to tamper with the platform. So he investigates how vulnerable it is, saying he discovered no logging of who went into the production environment, basically the place where engineers can make changes to the software, and adding that Twitter also lacked the ability to hold workers accountable for information security lapses because it has little control or visibility into employees' individual work computers. Also citing internal cybersecurity reports estimating that 4 in 10 devices do not meet basic security standards. Then among the other allegations allegations, Mudge says that Twitter has an anonymously high rate of security incidents, approximately 1 per week, serious enough to require disclosure to government agencies. Yet despite this, he claims that the company hasn't been complying with a more than decade-long agreement with the FTC to clean up its security problems. Which, I mean, that alone is especially huge, because if Twitter is found to have violated its legal obligations, it could potentially face billions of dollars in fines. Then, in a bombshell revelation, Mudge claims that right before his firing, the US government provided Twitter with specific evidence that at least one of its employees was working for another government's intelligence service. Or to translate, there may be a foreign spy inside Twitter. And this comes just a couple weeks after a former company manager was convicted of spying for Saudi Arabia. And then finally, for what we're talking about, Mudge's disclosure includes several claims that Twitter lied to its shareholders, to regulators, and to Elon Musk. First, with the shareholders, after Jack Dorsey stepped down last year, Parag Agrawal took over as CEO, allegedly being far less transparent than his predecessor, allegedly discouraging Mudge from giving a full accounting of Twitter's security problems to the board of directors, with executives allegedly ordering Mudge to give an oral report of his findings to the board rather than a detailed written account, telling him to knowingly present cherry-picked and misrepresented data to create a false perception of progress on urgent cybersecurity issues, and going behind his back to have a third-party consulting firm's report scrubbed to hide the true extent of the company's problems. Secondly, here, Mudge alleges that Twitter executives put user growth before reducing spam, claiming that they stood to win individual bonuses of as much as $10 million tied to increases in daily users. And third, Mudge alleges that Twitter has lied about the extent of bots and spam on its platform to Elon Musk, and saying there that the company has no incentive to accurately count the number of such accounts, and if anything, is incentivized to undercount them. Though he did not provide hard evidence that this was happening, and Twitter denies it. Which is why, as we've talked about, Musk and Twitter are going to court in October over the billionaire's attempt to back out of his purchase of the company due to precisely this issue. So these new allegations could significantly hurt Twitter's defense in this case. It's just going to depend on how much real evidence is provided and what can be demonstrated. And so now, unsurprisingly, you have lawyers for Musk issuing subpoenas for both Mudge and Jack Dorsey to appear at the trial. There's also this business between Mudge and Twitter over his termination, which he believes was in retaliation for him trying to bring awareness to the security issues. And as far as Twitter's response to all of this, you have a spokesperson claiming that Mudge was fired for ineffective leadership and poor performance, and adding, "What we've seen so far is a false narrative about Twitter and our privacy and data security practices that is riddled with inconsistencies and inaccuracies and lacks important context," as well as responding to some of the more specific claims, saying that it has a range of security measures to prevent employees from accessing sensitive data, and that Mudge doesn't understand FTC compliance. But yeah, as of recording, that is where we are with this absolute mess of a story. And I mean, that's without covering everything, which I'll link down below to reports. But ultimately, that is where that story and today's show ends. As always, thank you for watching, being subscribed to these daily dives into the news. Also, if you want more news, I got you covered right here or in those links down below. But of course, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love yo faces, and I'll see you tomorrow.
George Miller's first movie since Fury Road is a wish come true.
What does one do with 3 wishes?
You'll see. It's Aladdin for adults. A different kind of blockbuster.
This wishing is a hazardous art.
3,000 Years of Longing. Rated R.
The best place to spawn from is this fast travel up top, and you will trigger this save station right here. That's going to be your starting point for each one of these farms. You just need to run past all of these guys that spawn in up here. You don't have to kill anybody. All right, so then when you run through this tunnel, there's going to be this little side path right here. Run through here, and that's where Yeti is going to spawn back here in the back. As you can see, he drops out of there, and this is the location on the map yet again, in case you missed that. All right, there we go. Run number 2. We got the dual and cutting little Yeti. This one's a ×2 one. All right, so again, from the Curse Haven Gondola Station, grab yourself some ammo if you need it, and grab a vehicle, and we're going to head to the center of the map in this village right here where you have the multi-levels that go up. And at the top of that, we're going to go find DJ Spinsmouth, who can drop the SF Force. All right, when you get over to this point of the map, there is a save station right here. This is where all your farms are going to start for this guy. So right here, and then it's just a matter of running up and around to get to the top of this point up here. In order to farm DJ Spinsmouth, you do need to do the side quest Sinister Sounds. Otherwise, he won't spawn up here. All right, then when you get up here to the very tip top right here at this spot, that's where DJ Spinsmouth will spawn. As you can see him right here. All right, first run, we got nothing. Yeah, that's what I thought. You Better give me that. All right, so here we are now in Curse Haven, one of my favorite maps in DLC 2. Again, friendly reminder, if you pop open these fish nets, no matter how much ammo you have, when you pop open these fish nets, it replenishes every bit of all of your ammo, which is another reason why I suggest that these fish nets be placed inside of Arms Race. All right, so to farm a mock here in Curse Haven, you want to start from the Lantern's Hook fast travel station. You're just going to cross this bridge, come up to this area, and on this platform right here is where a mock is going to spawn. Serial killer, there we go. Unseen threat. I haven't used that thing in forever, dude. All right, so to farm Critchy, you want to travel to the Curse Haven Withernot Cemetery fast travel, which is located right here on your map. Right around the corner from that is where Critchy is going to spawn in this little zone over here. From this fast travel station, you just head down these steps. You're going to go around the back corner around this building. Now, Critchy can drop its loot down in these holes in the floor. If that happens, check your lost loot machine in Sanctuary so you can get it back. But in the meantime, try to get it to not be over top of those when you kill it. So hopefully that its loot doesn't drop down there. On your first kill, you can also go back here to the back of the map, and there is a red chest back here. There we go. Grabbed it out of the air. So we got a Daisy Clairvoyance. Clairvoyance, man. Good gun. To farm the Empowered Scholar on Dustbound Archives, you do need to run all the way through the map to get to him. Along the way, there are some of these chests. Be popping these things open because you can actually get the Skullmasher out of those chests. So keep that in mind. All right, so the save station for this guy is located all the way at the end of the map right here. And then there's vending machines, and then you just drop into his arena. This fight is a pain in the ass. So keep that in mind before you get involved in this thing. It's not going to be your most favorite farm in the world. Now, the main problem here is once he does this thing, you can shoot these crystals from down here. Some of them are a little tough to get. You do want to have yourself a good long range weapon. And then he's going to summon in another set of crystals on the other side. All right, this is going, this is not too bad. When you get in the rhythm of it, it's not too bad. It's just the drop rate sucks. An Old Ridian, all right, we got the Old Ridian. That's done. Sweet, now we just need the Void Rift. Get destroyed, kid. There it is, Void Rift, yes! Okay, so here we are on the Cankerwood map, and we are going to farm Gamork. So starting from right here, this is where your save station is located. We're just going to run across this way and dip into this little area over here where Gamork spawns. Gamork can drop the Nothingness and the Torch Shield. Torch Shield, honestly, I feel like it could just be removed from the game and nobody will even remember, but maybe that's just me. Whoa! Watch out below! All right, nothing on run number 1. There we go, we got something. There it is, the Nothingness. Abundant compressing Nothingness. Yeah, we got it. Sweet. Resourceful Torch. All right, so here we are on our second enemy of the Cankerwoods map, the Fungal Gorger. So starting from right here on the map, there is a save station right here, and we're just gonna run around and go right to this spot on the map, which is where the Fungal Gorger will spawn. Fungal Gorger can drop the Amara class mod from this DLC and can also drop the Mutant, which is kind of like a really bad version of like the Rowan's Call. It shoots out like a laser and it sucks. So there's the Fungal Gorger, melting down real quick, and nothing on the first run. There is also a chest right up here on the ledge that the Fungal Gorger spawns on, but nothing good on that run. So let's try again. All right, here we go. We got something. What we got here? Oh, we got the stone. That's the Amara class mod. Not a great class mod, but there it is in case you want it. There we go. We got it. The Mutant, and it fell off the ledge. All right, there it is. The Mutant. Gatlin Breakneck Mutant. So like I was saying, this thing shoots out a laser. I do like that it's got the hand crank. Pretty neat. I like that, but unfortunately this gun's just not very good. Okay, so here we are at the end of this map in the Cankerwood. We are at the save station, which is located right here on the map, and all we got to do from here is just jump into this arena and we get to fight the Wendigo. All right, so on our first run of the Wendigo, he did drop us the Flammadiddle. Please, please, yes, thank you. Staros burn. All right, so here we are on Nego Nashai, or Nego Nashi, however you say it. We're going to start things off with Chivalrous, who spawns from this location. Right here is the original fast travel. Now, up the hill from this location, there is a save station right about here, which is what we're going to use to farm this guy repeatedly. Now, if you have the Soul Render, that's going to help with this farm because this dude flies around in circles. It's going to be hard to shoot him sometimes. But if you have the Soul Render, then your skulls will chase him down for you. Makes this a little bit easier. All right, so we didn't get anything on the first run. I'm going to go and run up the hill and show you guys the save location, which again is right here on the map. There we go, we got something. Yep, there's the trainer class mod and a conference call. The trainer class mod for flak drops here. We get it? Chaos. There we go, the Hydra Frost. This one's a ×3. All right, up next we got the Shocker. Now, the fastest way to farm for the Shocker is to actually run past the area where the guy spawns. And you want to run into this little cubby hole over here and trigger this save station. From here, it's going to be just a hop, skip, and a jump over to this cave where the guy that drops the Shocker spawns, who is Voltborn. All right, so right here in this cave is where Voltborn spawns. Don't use shock on him, because he will laugh at you. Lucky Conductor and another Lucky Conductor. Please, 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 please. Yay, the Shocker. We're done. All right, so up next, we're going to go through this way and farm Kukawajak. But before we do that, we're going to go further past them so we can go trigger this save point up here, which will be a closer save station for this farm. So you just run by all these guys, and right here it is in this hallway, right here on the map. As you can see, it's up on a higher level. So we'll trigger this save point, and now we will double back to farm Kukawajak. So then we run into this area, and here's Kukawajak, spawns back here every single time. You don't need any missions or anything. Right here's the spot for Kukawajak. Keep in mind, after you kill Kukawajak, there is this chest back here that you can pop open and occasionally get some legendaries out of. Please. Anarchy. ×9. Please, please, please. Yes, Frozen Devil, we finally got it. All right, now from that same save station that we just now were at, you just got to run up this hill and follow this pathway, and we're going to hit another save station up at the top of the hill, which is where we'll start our farm for the empowered Ron, who can drop the Lunacy and also the Sapper class mod for Moze. So right here's your save station, which is right here at the end of the map, and then we just drop in here and we fight empowered Ron. Iridian, Sapper. All right, we got the Sapper. Splash damage radius, not bad. Sapper done. This leaves the Lunacy.
2,000 years later.
So we did well over 100 runs. There's clearly something going on here. So on we go to the next map. All right, so here we are on the Heart's Desire map in the DLC 2, the Guns, Love, and Tentacles, and we've traveled to the middle fast travel station, the What Lies Beneath, and from here we're going to go farm Tom and Zam, who are literally just right down here as you drop in. Take a fire weapon if you got one and melt these dudes down. All right, a couple things here. If you're on PC, there's a save station right over here that you can use. If you're on console, you can fast travel back up to the top if you leave one of the two guys alive and then drop back in, and they'll both respawn. But if you kill them both, then it's not going to work. But since I'm on PC, I'm actually going to go trigger this save station out here to do my farm, because then I literally just have to turn around and come and kill them. So save station right here. All right, what we got here? Oh, there's our insider. And what you got? Soul Render. Soul Render. This one is a full auto. You can tell because it's a sub 9 fire rate. Low end on the damage though, not a good one. Plus it's non-elemental. There's the Soul Render and there's the Insider. There's both of their drops. All right, so now we can go ahead and move on through this map, and we're gonna head to the final boss of this DLC. So here we are at the Eleanor and Heart, the very end of this DLC, and we're going to farm for the Old God and the Love Drill. Ooh, Old God. Spike and Absorb. At least we know that that can drop. Love Drill should still be in the loot pool. Yay! We got it! Killer Bee!
Stick maker.
We got it!
Yay! You got a brownie!
What?
A Destiny brownie.
All right, guys, that's where we're going to wrap it up for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, tap the bell icon for more. We'll see you guys in the next video. Y'all have a great day.
Imagine if paper was given digital powers. Remarkable. Lets you easily select.
Welcome back to AEW Rampage, where Athena just launched Penelope Ford into the barricade at the feet of her husband, Kip Sabian.
That's Boxhead. Boxhead running wild here. Penelope is down and out as Athena goes to the top.
Boxhead running wild, brother. While Athena may be looking to bring this match to an end. Athena up to the top. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3.
Beautiful. Here's your winner, the fallen goddess, Athena.
Well, Athena maintains her momentum, her undefeated streak here in AEW.
Goddess. Unbelievable. Oh, look at this. There's the baddies.
Oh, Kiera Hogan.
The baddies are there.
Kiera Hogan, Layla Gray, the baddies. We've seen Athena. She's had her eyes on Jade Cargill in the TBS Championship, but at every turn, the baddies have prevented Athena from getting their hands on Jade.
Oh, no. Here she comes.
Here comes the queen.
Here comes the queen right here, like you said, Jim.
They're holding her for. They're holding.
What is? Oh, no.
Oh,
no, don't break the wings.
Get out of here, that sledgehammer.
She made those wings by herself. No! No!
Jade. Good grief. And they're making her watch. They're holding her, making her watch.
That's Athena's personal problem.
She made them herself.
And now Jade headed to the ring with the sledgehammer in hand as Athena's being restrained.
She came in the side of her face next. Oh, wow, nice move. They took out the baddies. The two stooges here.
But now Athena trying to fight from this 3-on-1. Well, 2-on-1 right now, but now 3. But Jade with that sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer's a big difference maker.
Oh, my God, right in the midsection.
Right in the abdomen area.
A brutal attack by Jade Cargill with the sledgehammer to the midsection of Athena. Jade Cargill doing whatever she can to protect her undefeated streak and that TBS championship. She may have permanently injured Athena. This is gross.
go potty. If it's not charged, well, bless you. If I don't have one charged, then I'll just use my phone, okay? Okay. Alright, let's see. I'm looking for you. Okay, yes, I don't have one. But my phone's almost dead. Almost. Well, it'll last a little while. So there are 2 pizzas and 3 salads. Don't forget, 2 pizzas and 3 salads.
Salads? What happened to salads?
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Alright. You be good, you sit with my phone and don't make a mess with it. Bye-bye. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Too much stuff on my desk. Hey guys, I'm back. Moreland here. And we are going to continue where we left off. Let me turn my other stuff on here. Going to continue where we left off. And we are going to play some more Doom 2. Doom 64. My bad. And here we go. Now I do have a save game going on. I plan on using it because I can. My game, I can do what I want. Well, who knows? I've been on the street for an hour. It's okay. So, We're going to get on with it. Wardlow 6. Yeah, no, I forgot how much you hurt. Yes, I understand. I'm 16 health. All right. Well, both taco demons are dead, so we're good there. Maybe. Damn it. Alright then. Well, I've never been that far around there before, so we're gonna reload.
Damn it, cut that corner again. Damn it! Me think it's time to find a different game. What else is there to play today? Let's see. Let me check this. Well, Iggy is online. Alright, Iggy. I know what you're doing, but you're probably doing your own thing. It's fine. Alright. Let's see what else we got going on here. I don't know, just everything just don't catch my eye at the moment. So what I'm thinking is going to happen is I'm going to cut out for a little bit, get some stuff going on here, and then I will be back later with something, probably some Fall Guys or something like that. That's always fun. So we'll go from there when I get back, and we will see you all later. Appreciate your time, and thank you for